create a database. Your database can be local hosted or online hosted, so we're going to deal with the online hosting platform, and I will show you how to link your database to an online platform. So once you're here, if you want to create a user, we'll first create user. So we want first to create a group. So you right click, create a group role, assign a group. So I'm going to call this group 1. Then I'm going to give definition. Group is not going to have a password, and a group can't have a login. So I'm going to save this. And my group 1 has been created. I'm also going to create another group, group 2. Same procedure. So this is going to be group 2. Definition, no password assigned, privileges, a group can't log in, so I'm going to save this. So you can see on my dashboard we have group 1 and group 2. So under group 1, I need a super user. So I'm going to create a super user under group 1. So you right click, create, login group. I'm going to give this super user. Definition, I'm going to give a password for super user 123. Privileges, super user has all privileges. So I'm going to give him privileges. So I'm going to save this. Okay, must be a super user. Privileges, super user. Create, login a group, name, super user, privileges, not give more privileges. One, two, three. Is a member of group 1. Okay, I'm gonna save this. There's something is not happening here, so let me see. Add the super user. Privileges, can log in. For users, and also users under the super user. So this is a structure that you're going to look at. So first thing, we need to create a group. Each group has a super user. Each super user has 3 users. Now what you need to do is this. You log into your pgAdmin, your database. In here you click on this arrow that talks about logins and group roles. You create a new login group role. I'm gonna name this group 1. I'm gonna assign privileges. Since a group does not have to have the logins and privileges, we're going to save it. So you can see group 1. We also form another group 2 that will have a super user. So same procedure. I'm gonna click on save, refresh. So you can see group 1 and group 2 have already been created. So each group has a super user, so we're going to create a super user for group 1. So create group role. I'm gonna give this super user 1. Definition, he needs to have a login, so I'm gonna give him logins. This talks about when his account will expire, but I don't want his account to expire. I'm gonna assign him privileges. He'll have all the privileges, so I'm gonna save, not really, assign him a membership. So it's going to be membership of group 1. Then you're gonna check this box, hit on save. So we have super user 1, and then I'm gonna create super user 2 for group 2. Same procedure. I'm gonna give him super user 2. Password 123. Privileges, I'm gonna give him all the privileges. Then he's a member of group 2. I'm gonna check this blue box. I'm gonna save this and refresh. I look at my dashboard. I have group 1, which contains user 1, group 2, and super user 2. So under super user 1, I'm going to create 3 users. So I'm gonna have user 1, I'm gonna give him a password 123. Privileges is going to log in, but it's not going to do any other thing. So, and it's gonna save this. So I have user 1. I'm gonna do the same procedure. Super user 1, create login. So I'm gonna have as user 2. Definition, I give him password 123. Privileges is just gonna log in and not do anything else. Now I'm gonna save this. I'm supposed to assign him membership. He's going to be a member of super user. I'm also going to create, rather I missed out, I'm going to assign user 1 as a member of super user 1. So membership, This guy is a member of super user 1. Click checkbox, save. And then I'm going to create another user 3, who is going to be a member of group 1. Create login group. I'm going to create user 3. Definition, I'm going to give him a password of 123. Privileges, he's just gonna log in. I'm gonna save. Oops, I think I should have assigned him a membership. I must have forgotten that. Let me just counter check. So this guy is a member of user 1. I'm gonna check this box, click on save, and repeat the same procedure for group 2, for super user 2 rather. So I'm gonna right click, create login or group role. I'm gonna create user is going to be user 1 underscore 2, meaning user 1 but of super user 2. And then I'm going to give him definition, same thing, password 123. Privileges, and it's just gonna log in. I'm gonna assign him a membership of, this guy is a member of group super user 2. Check the blue box, save. Also gonna repeat login group. So I'm gonna give this user 2 underscore 2, meaning he's a user number 2 but of super user 2. So definition, I'm gonna give him a password 123. Privileges is just gonna log in. Membership, I'm gonna assign him a member of super user 2. Click the blue box, save. And the last option, click on super user 2, login, and then user 3 underscore super user 2. Gonna give him a definition of 123, assign him a privilege. I'm gonna save this, and I have all my users here. So if I check, must have missed out on having group 1 with super user 1, and then user 1 is under super user 1, user 2 is under super user 1, user 3 is under super user 1, and then user 1 underscore 2 is a member of super user 2, user 2 underscore 2 is a member of super user 2, user 3 underscore 2 is a member of super user 2. So if I counter check this on my terminal and I try to list all the users, I'm gonna describe my users, hit on enter. So you can see super user 1 is a member of group 1, super user 2 is a member of group 2, and user 1 is under super user 1, user 1 underscore 2 is under super user 2, user 2 is under super user 2, and then user 2 underscore 2 is under super user 1. So you can see this pattern that I have created. So just trying to modify this. We had group 1 and group 2, super user 1, super user 2. Super user 1 has 3 members, super user 2 has 3 members. Something else I'm going to show you is how to link your localhost database to an online database. So what you need to do is get an account on AWS. AWS is Amazon Web Services. This is a site that gives you endpoints or linkage to your Postgre. You create instances. These are what are called instances. So once you create an instance, you click on, you are given endpoints and the ports that you're going to use to log into to convert your local host into a web service. For instance, I've created 2 instances. There's an instance of KWD Postgres, and there's another instance of I think I have a slow internet connection, but let me just log into the dashboard so that I think my network is slow, but I'm going to, so this is how, as it loads, we can go through this. So this is how you create users who are going to access your database. So these users are going to access this database that I created, which is Kuwait database. Now we are going to look at on how we can host our database on an online platform. Right now we are using a local host. So what we need to do is host it on an online platform. It's pretty much simple how you can do this. Struggled with some errors and decided to do a video that will guide people who are facing the same. So let me hope this video will be helpful. Don't forget to log to my channel so that we can go through other sessions of Postgre administration. So once this has loaded, I am going to see, you need to create first an account and link a card that's going to be deducted some money after every month, so that you get these instances of now shipping your local database to an online. So this is relational database RDS. When you click on RDS, you're going to be given instances so you can launch databases. So I can check my databases that I have created, and I have 2 databases, or rather instances. So when you click on instances, once it has been published by Amazon Web Service, they give you a port or an API that you will use to create a server which is going to host your data online. So this is the port. What you need to do is copy this link, more like a domain, and then go to your pgAdmin, create a new server, give it a name. I'm going to call it test. This name test, and then the connection here should be the address or the domain that you just copied from your Amazon Web Service console. So this is what you copy. It's called an endpoint. You're going to use this to your home address. So once you copy that, you give a password, and then I'm gonna save this password and just make sure my SSL is on prefer, tunneling is on no, and then I'm going to hit on save. And now I have shipped, or I have transferred my database to an online platform. So this is hosted by Amazon Web Services, and in here you can see I have a database called Crete database. And my database is connected. This is what I had made earlier on, so it's pretty cool. Right now my data, you can see now my data is not hosted locally, but my data is now on a global platform. So in here you can decide to work with tables, pull data, use domains if you're using big data, and that's it for today. Don't forget to log into my channel. I'm gonna have to work on another project, and hit goodbye. Hope this video helps if you face challenges, and bye.